Good evening. It's Thursday, July 16th, about 5:30 p.m. I'm showing a picture of the drain connection with a cap on it so that it can hold water instead of leaking out when I put the system under test. Also, I finished installing the clips for the bathtub. It's now completely secured. I started off my day under the floor, securing the final pipes for the vents. Everything's now 100% secured, and oh yeah, there's the other plug. I'm one short. Went to the parts store, ordered 3 parts, but got 2. Doesn't that figure? I'm climbing a ladder right now, and the reason I'm climbing this ladder is so that I can show you what I've been up to up in the attic. Very, very hot, but it starts off over here. That's the master bathroom vent that converts from 1.5 to 3 inch. Turns the corner, connects with the shower, 2-inch vent pipe, continues on, and either I lost the parts or I didn't get the parts, but I needed to connect to that vent pipe, which is for the washer dryer. Well, not the dryer, obviously, the washer. And unfortunately, I ran out of parts. Let's see if I can get this right here. That's the tub, the guest tub vent pipe that connects to the guest bathroom vent pipe that connects to the master bathroom toilet vent pipe and the guest sink vent pipe. All of those connect together right here. More on that in a second. And then connect to this. That connection will, when I get the right parts, connect up the first 2 vent pipes that I showed you. So that pipe will turn the corner, come this way, connect here, and then, even though you can't tell, there's clearance between the top of that pipe and that rafter. I'm going to drill a hole through the roof and run the vent pipe through the roof. And that will complete this side of the house's venting system. Way off in the distance, you can't see it in this. I still have to do the kitchen sink's vent pipe. But that should be, compared to this, a whole lot easier because it's just a single pipe. Here I had to connect 6 different vent pipes into a single one for the roof penetration. So, and then you may have noticed I cut the plywood and the hole for what will eventually be the master bathroom shower pan drain. I got a plan for getting that inspected under test. I'm not going to button this down until basically I have to, because that area is my primary access to installing water and that sort of thing. So anyhow, we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, as I said, more on that later, that, rats, you can't see it. Anyway, that, I call it a cross. But I think I might have installed it backwards. I'm not too sure. I have several calls out trying to figure that out. If it is backwards, the inspector may or may not require me to flip it, cut it out and flip it. And the reason is that the only thing that system up there is carrying is air. And it's a 3-inch vent pipe, which is more than adequate. A whole lot of pipe to carry the air. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I've got my fingers crossed. Anyway, that's it for today. Tomorrow, I get to go to the part store again to get a few more parts, and I'm really hoping that I can finish the unfinished part that I showed you earlier, and God willing, maybe even the kitchen. All right. And I'm only working a half a day tomorrow because I got the grandkids in the mid-afternoon and on. All right, catch you later. Bye. Good morning. It's Friday, July 17th, about 8:45 in the morning-ish. And I got a call from a plumber who's been kind enough to answer questions for me. And he confirmed that I had installed this backwards. I had it installed like this, and it needs to be installed like that. So it's backwards. And he said, sure enough, that will fail inspection. So I went to the parts store today, and I picked up 4 of these things, which the plumber said would be just fine because it's a tight space up there. And so I bought those along with a few other couplings that I was missing from yesterday. And I got back and I cut out the bad section that you see there. I forget it. But the point is, I figured out that I might not need those expensive couplings, so I may return those. But in the process of fixing that, I decided that's egregious. I just can't live with that. It's I've been thinking about it a lot, and the cause of that, the root cause of that, was when I drilled that hole. It was about, I'd say a 1/4 inch, maybe a 1/2 inch misaligned in that direction. That direction. So it was misaligned, and the whole thing started below the floor when that glue sets up real fast. And so the first pipe I put in there, I didn't get it quite right. So it all stacked up, leading to that angle that had to then be made up here in order to get through the hole and get into the vent system. So I've decided that because of this, it's just the inspector is going to look at that right away, and even if it doesn't leak, he's going to know I'm one shitty plumber. So I'm cutting the whole thing up, starting below the coupling where the toilet meets the main system. I'm cutting it all out, and I'm going to start over with that. Now the good news, well, maybe it's good news, is I don't think it's going to take me that long. I'm still hoping that I can complete 100% of the waste vent today. If not today, it'll for sure be done tomorrow. And then I'll start on the water. All right. Talk to you hopefully this evening and everything's in. Otherwise, I'll delete this video. Just kidding. Bye. Good evening. It's Friday, July 17th, 6 o'clock in the evening. I've spent, I don't know, half the day under the floor, half the day in the attic. It's hot, but the vent system over here, the hard part of it, is dry fit and glued in some places. You can see that I have now penetrated the roof with the vent pipe. I also got the vent cover in. I nailed it down, the vent plate, silicone the shingles and the vent plate properly. I'm too tired to try and glue this system up tonight because it's critical that I get it in the right order. That's been probably one of the hardest things that I've had to do. And pardon the movement. So that right there is the vent pipe for the master bath. That one down there is for the washing machine. This one right here is for the master shower. It all comes along and finally joins up right there. But wait, we're not done. Over here, these things are the main plumbing wall. So we have guest tub, guest toilet, master toilet, and guest sink. They come up here into this four-way, joined right there with the master bath, the washing machine, and the master set. Anyway, you get the point. Way off in the distance there is a kitchen sink. I've penetrated into the attic, but that's the remaining vent system to install. And it should be relatively straightforward because it's just one thing. So all I have to do is find a good spot to penetrate the roof, aim for it with the pipes, and it should go fairly quickly. I say that a lot and it never seems to be true. Anyway, down under the floor, here I'll just stop this video and explain what happened today. Hello, it's Saturday, July 18th, pretty close to noon. I'm up in the attic, and I got good news that this system is glued in and it's done. Penetrates the roof properly, everything's done. So, I'm off to that side. See right over there the pipe for the kitchen sink sticking up there. Got to run a pipe up the roof, put in another penetration pan, and that will complete the drain and waste system. That's the last job I have, and then I can put it under test. Well, not quite actually. I still have one more toilet flange to install, but that'll be downstairs. Once I finish that, finish the toilet flange, and be ready for test. Of course, I can't test if I don't have water, so I'll be working on water, hopefully starting either, well, I'll do the toilet flange today or tomorrow. Anyway, Monday. So Monday I'll start the water. God willing, that'll be a lot faster. Bye for now. Saturday mid-afternoon, and the kitchen sink vent is 100% in. The flashing on top of the roof is installed and secured, ready for rain. And if you're wondering why I go from 2-inch to 3-inch, generally, well, that's what I did over on the other end of the house as well. Near as I can tell, they want bigger pipe above it within unconditioned space. Now I might get in a little bit of trouble here because of the way this pipe over here worked out. I couldn't get that adapter down into that hole there, so that's why I continued the 2-inch the way I did. and might get me into trouble. If it does, well, I'll figure something out. Alright, that's it for this chunk. Now I'm moving on to installing the closet flanges. That's the toilet flanges. Okay, see you later. It's Sunday, July 19th. I've installed subflooring. Actually, there's 2 layers here. I cut the toilet flange hole. I'd already cut that one. I'm about ready to go under the floor and fit up this pipe, that pipe, and get it all fit up so that it fits between this and that. And then, once I get it fit up properly, take all this back out, and I'm going to button it up. I'm going to screw it down permanently. Same thing with this top layer. Screw it down permanently. Then, I'm going to screw that thing down with those spacers. And hope I don't forget. So, I thought we'll see if I can take a video of me crawling into this hole, because it's particularly nasty in the sense that, well, 2 senses. One, it's less clearance than the other side, but 2, I managed to paint myself into a corner with all that stuff over there. It's like a jailhouse. There's no way to crawl from that side to this side. That means this is the only way I can get there. In the future, I may have to dig a hole over that way. I can crawl under the main beam of the house. We'll see how that goes. But there you go. I suppose I ought to have a ruler. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay. All right. Ruler. Check. Pipe. Check. Elbow. Check. Next, I gotta get over this bird hill. Alright. Let's see. Alright, there's my hole. Alright, well, you know what? Time to put you away. So, I'll let you know how it goes in the next. Well, it's Sunday, July 19th. I've installed the subfloor, well, partially installed the subfloor. This half is completely fastened down. This side, not so much. The reason I did that was so that I could get the toilet flange installed. Did the same thing in the guest bathroom. So here's the deal. Waste and vent system is 100% done. I'm done with it. Interestingly, that's all the 3-inch pipe that's left. That's all the 1.5 and the 2-inch pipe that's left, so not much. I did have various fittings left over. That's kind of to be expected. In any case, I'll be moving on to water installation starting tomorrow. I'm hoping that's going to go a whole lot faster. That hole, the reason that board is up there is I never fastened that down because I have to be able to get back down there to install water. In a previous video, you can probably see why. I managed to box myself into a corner, and that's the only way to get into this area where I need to install that water, pick up the water heater, and then head, well, somewhere in here for the backyard water spigot, outside spigot. And so that's it. I'll be working on that starting tomorrow. Yay! Well, maybe I'm not quite done with the video because I thought that maybe I ought to at least document the final look for the below floor plumbing. Off there in the distance, you see the shower, and now you can see the master toilet and the guest bathroom toilet and the guest shower tub and the hookup to the sink that heads off the other way. So that's that. And here's a final look at the attic, but looking from the south towards the north, where I've got all the vent pipes, fairly complex. Yeah. At least it was for me.